Morning Year 3, welcome to your maths learning for today. Today we are going to be practicing how to multiply by 10 and 100. So we're going to start by practicing multiplying by 10. When we multiply by 10, each digit gets 10 times bigger. So let's take a look at some examples. So for every 1 pence of Emily's, Jamie has 10. So you need to think of 1 and make it 10 times the size. So you're thinking of 1 and multiplying by 10. So 1 multiplied by 10 is equal to 10. 10 is therefore 10 times the size of 1. So 10 pencils is 10 times as many as 1 pencil. So Jamie, as you can see, has 10 pencils.
So if you take a look at our place value chart, we can see the question 1 multiplied by 10. Emily had 1 pencil. And we know that Jamie had 10 times as many. So we're doing 1 times 10. When we multiply by 10, the digit moves 1 place to the left on our place value chart. So 1 multiplied by 10, we move our 1 place to the left into the tens column, and it needs to become a 10. So 1 multiplied by 10 equals 10. So let's take a look at another example. Here we can see Emily has 2 pencils and Jamie has 10 times as many. So we need to find out how many pencils Jamie has now. So for every 1 pencil of Emily's, Jamie has 10. So this time we're thinking of 2 and making it 10 times the size. So we need to think of 2 and multiply it by 10. 2 multiplied by 10 is equal to 20. So 20 is 10 times the size of 2. 20 pencils is 10 times as many as 2 pencils. So Jamie, as you can see, has 20 pencils. Put this on our place value chart. This time we are doing 2 times 10 because Emily had 2 pencils and Jamie still had 10 times as many. Remember, if we're multiplying by 10, the digits move 1 place to the left on our place value chart. They get 10 times bigger. So if we move this 1 place to the left into the tens column, that 1 becomes 10. And we can move our other 1 place to the left into the tens column, and that 1 becomes 10. So we can see that 2 multiplied by 10 is 10, 20. We've got 2 tens in our tens column. So just to recap, when we multiply by 10, we move the digits 1 place to the left on our place value chart because it is getting 10 times bigger. Let's take a look at some examples. I'm going to be using a place value chart and some hundreds, tens and ones counters to help me. I'm going to start off with 5 multiplied by 10. So I need to get my 5 ones to start with. I'm going to go to my ones column. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we know that when we multiply by 10, these digits get 10 times bigger. They move 1 place to the left on our place value chart. So each of these ones is going to move 1 place to the left, and as they do that, they get 10 times bigger. So this one is going to become 10, and this one will 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 become 10. So we can see that we now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tens instead of our 5 ones. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 5 multiplied by 10 is 50. Let's take a look at another example, and this time we're going to try 13 multiplied by 10. And we know that 13 is made up of 1 10 and 3 ones. And we are still multiplying by 10. So each of these digits is going to move 1 place to the left to get 10 times bigger. So our 10 is going to move 1 place to the left into our hundreds column. So it's no longer a 10, it is now a 100. And our ones need to move 1 place to the left as before into our tens column. So each of those ones moves into our tens column and they become 3 tens. So we can see that 13 multiplied by 10 is 100, and 3 tens. 10, 20, 30. So it's 130. So 13 multiplied by 10, we can see, is 130. And there is our 0 as our placeholder because we have got nothing in our ones column. We're going to try now without using the counters and just using the digits to help us. And we're going to have a go with 11 multiplied by 10. So we know that 11 has got 110 and 1 1. So our 110 is going to get 10 times bigger and is going to move into the 100s column. So that becomes 100. And our 1 1 is going to get 10 times bigger and move in to the tens column, and that then becomes 110. And we now have nothing in our ones column, so we use our 0 as our placeholder. So we can see 11 multiplied by 10 is 100, 110 and 0 ones. So it's the number 110. So another example, let's try 31 multiplied by 10. We know that 31 has got 3 tens and 1 1. And we are multiplying by 10. So each of the digits needs to get 10 times bigger. So our 3 tens are going to get 10 times bigger and they're going to move into the 100s column. So the 3 tens becomes 3 hundreds. And our 1 1 is going to get 10 times bigger, move one place to the left into our tens column, and the 1 1 becomes 110. And then we use 0 as a placeholder in our ones column because we've got no digits there. So 31 times 10 is 310. And for one final example, let's do 43 multiplied by 10. We know that 43 is made up of 4 tens and 3 ones. And just like before, each of the digits needs to get 10 times bigger. So the 4 tens is going to move one place to the left and it's going to become 4 hundreds. And the 3 ones is going to get 10 times bigger, moving one place to the left. So it's going to become 3 tens. We've now got nothing in our ones column, so we're going to use 0 as our placeholder. So we can see 4 hundreds, 3 tens and 0 ones. So 43 multiplied by 10 is 430. So now we know how to multiply by 10. Multiplying by 100 is really easy. So if we were going to do, let's say, 3 times 100 equals, we'd simply put our 3 ones in the ones column, and when we multiply by 100, the digits don't move one place to the left, they just move 2 places to the left. So the 3 would move 1, 2 places into the 100s column. Then we'd use our zeros as placeholders in the tens column and in the ones column. So 3 multiplied by 100, you can see, is 300. And for one final example, let's do 7 multiplied by 100. So we put our 7 ones in our ones column, and we are multiplying by 100, so the digits are going to move 2 places to the left on our place value chart. So our 7 ones will move one place into the tens column and 2 places into the 100s column. So you can see we've got 700s. We can use our 0 as a placeholder because we have no tens, and our 0 as a placeholder again because we have no ones. So 7 multiplied by 100, you can see, is 700. Okay, so now it's time for you to have a go by yourself. Remember, you can draw yourself a place value chart using your hundreds, tens and ones column to help you if you need to. Good luck!